Gaffer, I'm not particularly great at maths. I've never been great at maths, but by the look of the permutations of this Checkatrade trophy group, you need to win, and win better than any of the other two teams that are fighting to get progression. Is that about right?
I think we need to win. I think that gives us the only chance of going through, really, if we win in the 90 minutes. We have to look after ourselves. Of course, we glance elsewhere, but it's our next game. We're going to try and win the game. We'd love to make progress in the competition. We don't hide that fact. But at the same time, again, I'm being honest with supporters when I say, of course, I will make changes.
Yeah, and the good thing about the squad as well, when you say make changes in previous years, perhaps you'd be looking at real fringe players that haven't got minutes under their belt. But because of the nature of the setup here under yourself, you've got reserve team football, you've got players coming in and out. They'll be ready, whatever team you put out there.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we've got players now that need some minutes at first team level. People that's missed for a number of weeks. We've got one or two gifted youngsters around the building as well that we may wish to put in contention and look at, but we'll sit down this afternoon. We'll have a look at Luton in particular, the Checkatrade games, because it could probably give us a better idea of maybe the type of team, maybe 2 or 3 little changes, but the type of team that Nathan will play, and I'm sure he'll be doing the same. But we will make changes to demonstrate that the hard work the boys had to put in at Bromley, all the testing Sunday and Monday has told us that took a lot more out of them, and it's because of the 3G synthetic surface as opposed to the natural grass.
Yeah, and I guess anybody who's got any kind of niggle won't be risked.
Correct.
And in terms of those players that obviously need minutes, I'm looking at the goalkeeper situation because Conor O'Malley's played in this competition before. Is he someone that you kind of want to get minutes into? Yeah,
I think we're looking at them all the ones who are down in minutes. Conor especially, you know, we had him back on the bench because he would always be on the bench other than the rule that we have to work to in the EFL, and we respect that rule, so we have to comply. And so Connor's been particularly good in closed-door games and reserve games, so he may get an opportunity to deploy himself tomorrow.
Yeah, are we pleased with the impact George Cooper made on Saturday?
Yeah, it was. I think it's, you know, probably at the start of the season, George was feeling sorry for himself a little bit. He's looking at Dumbelli, who was hot on form, and we're looking at Madison coming back into the group, and the best player we've had this season for me consistently and every week in, week out has been Joe Ward. So in the wider areas, it's been hard for George, but we had a little chat a few weeks ago and he seemed to have got his act together. He's now one of the boys that's in early, leaves late, putting extra hours in, playing well in training, doing really well in reserve games, very good at Rotherham, and that's how you get in the team. You don't get in by coming in here and being my friend. You get in by what you produce on the training ground.
Yeah, I remember in Portugal we were looking at Joe Ward, and I know you looked at him as a potential cover at right back, but you always knew that he could do a great job in whatever position you deployed him in. Has he surprised you, or has he hit the heights you expected him to?
No, I think he's surprised perhaps people above me, because I think many people had him on a list to leave the football club back in the summer. I liked Joe when I seen him at Woking. That's when he first came to my attention. I can remember travelling down to Woking to watch him in a game, but he was then on his way after a brilliant game against Posh. The chairman stepped in and purchased him. But I think when he came into the football club, probably too many people see him as just being a bit part player. And I've seen a young man who's a fantastic professional, who's got great pace, both feet he's very comfortable with. And I think he's been as good as anyone this season, if not better than most. So, but he understands that if his standards drop, he goes out. He's no different to anyone else.
I guess the one thing that you have as a bare minimum with Joe is work rate, and you can work a lot when you get the bare minimum. You can work on talent, you work on what they do with the ball, without the ball, but if they've got something as a starting point, then you know you can improve him.
He has such a desire to play football, Phil. Since the day I've walked into the football club, you always see him early in, you always see him away late, you always see him taking extra time with the masseuses and things like that to make sure he's giving himself the best opportunity. Anything you ask him to do in the training ground at a certain level, whether it's half pace, maximum pace, whatever it is, he does it all the time without a second question from any other staff. He's just a fantastic young man to know. I think if you're friends with Joe Ward, you've got a good guy in your camp.
And just finally, Jason Cummins is doing everything but scoring at the moment. I guess strikers go through that patch. I guess with him, it's just keeping on that horse and making sure that you're getting your shots off.
I thought he was excellent on Saturday. I thought his movement, I think the Bromley defenders didn't know where he was at certain stages in the game. His movement was that clever. He had a couple of shots from long range that are just going over the bar, and when you're in fine form, they go in somehow. But he'll keep going, he'll keep working hard. We love having him around. He's a great kid. And he gets an unfair press because he does have a tendency to do silly things. But he's caring at the moment. He's caring and he's sharing his ability. I think we all know that Matt Gordon's 2 goals took us through in a cup tie, but asked Matty Gordon what he felt playing with Jason on Saturday. It felt more comfortable for Matty. He suddenly got lots of space because Jason had took up too much attention from the defenders.